A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
They go 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
On first down, Darnold. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Andy Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Passing, it's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. On 1st and 10, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Gone!
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the... So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone! Over!
Darnold from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
59.
First and 10 for Dalton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Dalton throwing on second down. He sets to fire deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Over here, over here. Good. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. 44. There you go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 52 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
44. There you go.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. A first carry for Trenton Cannon, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Henry Anderson in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Dalton going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, 57 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
No. 52-44. Get ready for 57 over there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Lead! 52-44. Get ready for 57.
From midfield here, Dalton. And able to find Green. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton, 1st and 10. Airing one out for Boyd. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out come the Jets. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it.
And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to cut. You have the advantage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Cannon, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now look at the 56. Lucky 56.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's Cannon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Over.
Back to throw, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
No. Lead.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Over! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
52, 93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Larry! Larry! Over here, over here. You're good. 57, you got 59 over there.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out now come the Jets. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
59.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st and 10, Dalton escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. So now Dalton. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
Over here, over here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And Green with a catch left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Big spot, Andy Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton wants to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Bullock will put this one through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays, last shot, had to take it, and they came up with the interception.